competitively that day where there's a lot of ice packs?
Nah, man, competitiveness was at a really high level today. Guys, they want to play. I'm a big play guy in practice. I love for them to compete and play. There are fundamentals that we got to work on, but as far as everybody being willing and able, like everybody's getting after it, and they know that iron sharpens iron. To love my brother, I have to get at his head.
We're seeing a lot of love. You guys laughing, a lot of fun out here. Is that something that you're trying to make sure that
basketball is supposed to be fun, man? I mean, this is a kid sport. We learn as a kid. Just because the stakes get higher doesn't mean that we need to be doom and gloom. Like, I want them to have fun. I want them to show their personality, all of that. And listen, is it always going to go great? No, it's not. But that just means we need to lock in, get after it some more. But fun is part of it, man, because it's a game, and we want to come out here and have a good time. When people come to see the show, we want to put on the show for them.
Is what you're seeing kind of maybe reaffirming maybe some hunches or beliefs you might have had before you came into camp about maybe this collective group?
No, it's more maybe what I thought about being a coach and coaching, not necessarily the group. The ability to pick up, the ability to get after people, the ability to share the basketball, the ability to show them how to make reads and teach them how to play is very important to me. And I hired a staff that thinks along those same lines. And, that's the defender, the worst or the hardest people to guard was the ones that had all the options. The less options you got or the more stagnant you are, it's not that hard to guard. But that means that you got to read the game and study the game and be willing to sacrifice of yourself while you're playing.
How nice is it to have them here today? Is there any rule changes this year that we should be aware of heading into the new season?
No, there's little tweaks here and there, but nothing that's like crazy major. It was great for the NBA to offer up the refs to come, because with some of the tweaks, with how I expect our team to play, we tried to put them in situations that was a concentrated dose of a certain action to see what level of physicality we're going to be able to play with so that we can learn to adjust to the whistle. And I thought we did a decent job of it. The whistle blew and we kept playing. Don't stop, keep playing. We'll look at it on film. That was a foul, that wasn't a foul, and teach from there.
One of the things that they changed test.
Yeah.
Do you like that feature?
Well, I mean, if anybody hit my hand like that, I would have been like, listen, I'm not about that life. So, I mean, some of the ways that people are slapping people's hand is just like, that's like if you do that to someone's chest or someone's back, it's like it's a flagrant foul. But you're doing it to their shooting hand. So, no, all of it, I didn't always say that Joey Crawford made sense when he was repping me, but all of it made sense over there because I love Joey.
We saw Joey outside.
Yeah.
How cool is it to see Joey Crawford?
It's the best, man. Joey is one of my favorites. I always love the refs that you could talk to as human beings. Things get heated, and he still talks to me, so he never took it personal. I still think he was wrong. I told him that today, and he laughed. But it's really good to see some of our, legends, and that's what I consider Joey, still in the game and contributing to, just like players do with players, refs do with refs. That's beautiful.
You do it every time you see him, please.
What's that?
Tell him he's wrong.
Damn right. No doubt. Bad call, Joey. He's like, shut up, Doc. He's Philly all day.
You can only have these units play against each other, but what do you make of the depth and interchangeability of these lineups and get to experiment with that on Wednesday?
Yeah, it's, at certain positions, there's log jams and different things, but the competitive nature of the guys has been high level, and that's really what we want. We want to create a competitive environment because that's what we're all about. We want to go out and compete. We're not out there trying to play. We're out there trying to compete. And that means for every little area that we can get. And there'll be some that we're not even maybe looking at right now. But when we get out there, and they're doing that at a really high level. So I'm super excited and proud of and for them.
How Maxie looking out there? Ronald, Maxie Ronald, how are you looking out there this past year?
Max has done well, man. I mean, he's a super skilled big man that has the ability to do a lot of different things on the floor. You know, in the mind, like he's a 7-footer, but in many ways, you know, can you play him at 4? Can you play Domas at 4, play him at 5? You just, you know, there's a lot of things that go through your mind. You got to see him out there. I mean, he's going to have to adjust to the physicality and all the different things that a rookie has to adjust to. But been super excited to watch him continue to grow from the summertime to now.
How close is he to playing? Like getting owning room?
You know, that's going to be an in-game thing when we face competition that doesn't like you. You know, like watching him out here. He's done a really, really great job. We'll probably mix up the lineup some as we go through camp and some of the practices so that we can get a look at different people playing in different lineups. But it's hard to say that because some people are gamers. You know, they're not great practice players and get in the game and play well. He's been great at practice. He talks at a high level. His communication skills are great. And I think that the teammates love him. I mean, his passing, his shooting, everything. He's done well.
What spots on the floor do you think Meek is realistically maybe going to be able to give you minutes, and is he kind of establishing himself as a rotation guy already?
You know, I think all the perimeter positions, you know, like, do I see him playing some point guard? Yes, because of the skill set, but that's, you know, he's also got to be out there with the secondary ball handler because, you know, I was a rookie and I could do all those things, but when you go out there and, you know, you look in front of you and it's like Mookie Blaylock, you're like, oh, God. So, you know, he's going to be facing guys. It's good for him to face Dennis in practice because that's about a higher level of defenders you're going to see in the NBA. So that's what I mean by iron sharpens iron. His skill set says to me he can play all the perimeter positions.
1, 2, 3.
Couple more guys. The glimpses we've got of 5-on-5, seeing Zach make some pretty big defensive plays. Who do you celebrate with those two? What have you seen from him stepping up on that end of the court?
I'm just super excited, man. Like, he's been challenged and he's accepted the challenge. Like, that's what a real pro does. And then, you know, his teammates get to watch him do that. And he's not the only one. DeMar's out there playing defense like everyone. Are they always picking up 94 feet? I had a clip of him today picking up 94 feet, and we all, you know, smiled and had a laugh. But that's what winning habits, that's what those are. Is it always going to happen? No, but if Dennis is picking up 94 feet, well, then you need to be in that 70-foot zone so that the pass isn't advanced up the side of the court. Those are winning habits, and those are the habits that we try to, you know, make sure that the guys are focused on, locked in on, and all of them are willing to try to do everything that they can to make those happen on a daily basis. So, as a coach, it makes me excited.
Looking at Devin, just what do you have to see from him from summer league to now, and where you're trying to see him take that next
Devin
step?
has grown immensely since summer league to now. I'm like, listen, like the kid, he's in way better shape. He's understanding and reading the game better. From the point guard position, he's beginning to understand the things. When you're at the free throw line, you're already calling out the play. You got something in your mind. What are we running? On defense, making sure that everybody's set. Those are the responsibilities of a point guard. And a guy like Dennis is going to help him too because he's not a natural point guard, but you know, he's going to play that position sometimes. His gravity on the defensive end is always felt. And he's fearless. Like, he's not scared of the moment. So all those things put together usually creates a pretty good player in the NBA. Yeah, appreciate y'all. All right, y'all.